I've always struggled with the concept that we are a direct reflection, or our life is a direct reflection of ourselves. Direct reflection. I've always kind of like, but every time something good happens, we say, thank you, universe, more please. Or we have our little things that we're supposed to say. And it's like, I couldn't wrap my head around the fact that every single thing in this entire existence is a direct reflection of me, which is what one of my previous coaches had told me. And I just couldn't seem to wrap my pretty little brain around this concept that every single thing in your life is a direct reflection of who you are as a person. Just, I don't know. Then this morning, I think it was, no, it was the other day. The other day, I kind of had this thought of maybe it's not a direct reflection. Maybe there's something more to it. Yes, there is this whole I don't know, whatever you want to call it. There is this thought that if you want something, you have to take action to be able to get it. Okay, so you can put the intention that I take a drink from that I have water. I can have the intention, I need water. I can picture myself having that water. I can picture myself picking up my drink bottle and having the water. But until I actually physically do that, then I'm not going to have any water, okay? Like, I cannot just sit here in my beautiful chair, my luxurious chair, and open my mouth and have water just tip into my mouth. No, there has to be an actionable step to it, okay? And yet, also, I didn't know I needed the water as badly as I did when I grabbed that drink bottle and put it in front of me. And so there was that message, oh, get some water before you sit down. So it's a correlation, it's a co-creation, it's you and divine, it's the divine within you and you as a person. So it's both, okay? Your world is a direct reflection of you, and also you need to be able to follow that inner guidance, that inner wisdom that comes through from the divine and talks to the divinity that is within you. Okay, so you need to be able to surrender. But beyond that, the universe, God, responds to you and responds to your vibrations. Okay, I just had an amazing chat with somebody who was in a group that I'm part of. And she wanted to sell me something, but the way that I was guided and the way that she was guided through that conversation, I ended up talking to her about her intuition. How could your intuition help you? Or like, how are you experiencing your intuition, and whatever it was that we said, right? And so I was guided to say those things, but I was also the one that took the action to say those things because it's exactly what she needed to hear, right? So my role in this creation is that, yes, my role was I'm in the mood for helping some more people and aligning my energy to wealth and to be a creation, to service, to all the things. And I was like, yes, okay, I'm ready to receive some more clients. In that same moment, she was saying, oh, I would love to expand on my intuition, and I really just hoping that someone comes to me and I find this person that can help me tap into my intuition more, and that was her role in it. And then when we had the conversation, it was me responding to her and the divine. She was responding to me and her inner guidance. And so it was just an amazing conversation because I said something and she was like, oh, let's circle back to that. I want to talk to you about that some more. And we ended up having such an amazing activated conversation around psychic abilities, around Jesus, inviting Jesus into your life more, how Jesus is not necessarily religious, that you can have your own relationship with Jesus. And, you know, like it was just such a beautiful, beautiful conversation. And so I was here for it. I was stepping up into my role as what I was guided to. She stepped up into her goal because she reached out to me, her goal of, and then she was guided in her conversations, and then it just connected really, really amazingly. And so I want to invite you to really understand that just because somebody says that your life is a direct reflection, that your life is a mirror, that your external world is a result of your internal world, doesn't necessarily understand the concept of the co-creation. So your external world, yes, is a reflection in a way of, I like that drink bottle, I bought that drink bottle, I bought that drink bottle from the shop into my world. So now it's in my external reality, and it's there because I like it. Okay, there are some other things though that are in your energetic field that are part of your external reality that you didn't necessarily call in. You didn't necessarily manifest it. It was manifested for you, through you, to you, because of you. Okay, and so it is. If you believe Jesus, if you want to think of the universe, go for your life. I don't care either way. That is completely between you and yourself, you and your higher self, you and the energies in which you are using. Okay, I contact Jesus. I talk to Jesus a lot. And so sometimes you are vibrating at a certain level. You are going through your life at a certain level, right? And you are being called to upgrade. You've been called to up level. You've been called to shift some of those negative beliefs out and really start calling some cool shit in, but you're resisting it. And so what happens is Jesus will then send something for you that is not ideal, that gets your ass moving. Okay, so for instance, for me, a few years ago now, I was talking to a potential client for about 3 months about doing some work together, one-on-one work together for 3 months. And there was back and forth. It was like, oh, I can't afford it. Oh, what do you do again? How are you going to help me again? Oh, their payment plans. Oh, they're like, and it went back and forth for 3 months. Not even joking. Then one day I was in a really amazing mood. I was feeling amazing. My hairdressing business was going off and I was just feeling like so aligned, so good, so crazy, amazing. And I opened Facebook and here is a photo of her with her hand over her mouth looking shocked. And the thing was, I just dropped $50,000 paying full for a coach. Oh my God, I can't believe I just did that. And I was like, so working with me for 3 months for $3,000 was too much, but then you go and drop $50,000 on this person. And of course I went through the whole, oh my God, like I actually did use the words, what a bitch. If she didn't want to work with me, she should have just said so instead of stringing me along. But to a degree, I was stringing her along too, right? I didn't realize that at the time, but I wasn't able to step in and claim my role and my energy on this whole thing. And so then I messaged her saying, hey, is there something that I could have done differently that would have aligned us further, or that would have made you wanted to work with me, or whatever? And completely ghosted. There was nothing back and forth, nothing. So I, of course, unfriended her in a huff. And then I really dived deep into, okay, well, why didn't she sign up with me? What was within me that made her not want to sign up with me? And so Jesus sent me that whole experience to kick my ass, to say, will you finally start owning who you are now? Will you finally start, like, now that you understand that not everyone's going to sign up for you with you just because they told you that they would, like, now I'm going to kick your ass now. The reason why that client didn't sign up with me, because I was not ready to hold her in a container the way that she needed to, and this other coach did. Yeah, it wasn't about the money. It wasn't about the money, okay? And so that is how I was kicked in the pants by the divine source that runs through you, yeah? And so I really now understand after all of this, like everyone would be saying, like, your external world is a direct reflection, but then when something good happens, we go straight to thank you, universe, for sending me this amazing thing. It just didn't fit right. Something didn't feel right. So it's like the universe responds to you. God responds to who you are, who you've been, and who you are becoming. Okay? So if you are feeling a bit stagnant and then something happens that is not ideal, you got to think of it as this is Jesus moving my butt. Okay, this is, you might have only a few dollars in your bank account, and it's like, well, if that's not motivating for you, then I'm going to take extreme measures and give you something that is really, really intense. Like, and this is where things happen, different things can happen. It might not be like a physical thing. It might be just a thing that happens, that like an event or something like that. So when we first moved into our house, we had our microwave break. Our microwave had been going good for 10 years and then all of a sudden just decided to not work anymore. I had the washing machine was out of balance when I first moved into this house, and so I had the iron sitting on the top there, and the washing machine just vibrated so much that the iron fell on the floor and broke into 5 different pieces. And so we had to go and replace all this stuff, and it was like, why do we have to replace all this stuff? Well, it was Jesus trying to wake us up, our spirit team trying to wake us up, saying, hey, guess what? Guess what we're doing for you? So don't think of it always as, that the universe is a direct reflection. If you feel sad for an afternoon, don't be worried then that you're calling in more sadness, because you're just not, yeah? Lower frequencies do not manifest more lower frequencies. They keep you stuck there. They keep you in a perpetual loop of it. And so people think that they're creating more of it, but really they're just not letting it flow through them. And so you think, oh, I'm having a sad afternoon, so now what's going to happen because I've had a bad afternoon? And then the next day you're looking out for something terrible to happen to you. It's not necessarily the case. So that's why I kind of feel a bit more aligned with the law of assumption rather than the law of attraction. The law of attraction never really sat 100% with me, and now I understand why. It's because the universe, God responds to you, and you also respond to God. You also respond to the divine spirit. So it goes both ways. Yeah, you are a response to the divine spirit. The divine spirit is a response to you. It's not a reflection. It's not, I'm feeling sad, so then sad things and more sad things are going to happen. It's, I'm feeling sad, so I'm going to allow that to, like, I'm allowing myself to feel that without feeling guilty, because guilt is more of a, it's going to do more damage to your soul, guilt, than just being sad for an afternoon. So I hope that helps you. Let me know how you feel about this, and I have so much love for you, and remember to always learn lots and be kind. Bye for now.